busiest, MSC Preziosa.
MSC Preziosa, Santa VTS.
Yeah, evening Sean, singling up now, 102. Have we got permission to depart, please?
MSC Preziosa, Santa VTS, yes, you have permission to depart. Question, the red osprey was asking where you'll be swinging, over.
Thank you, permission to depart, and we'll be swinging in the middle swing ground, just off the bat.
Preziosa VTS, all received, thank you.
Ahoy, shipmates! Oh, stunning sunset this evening. I'm trying to work out which camera's giving us the best view. This is from box cam, looking over the container terminal there. Some interesting colours in the sky. You can probably see it similar here in Netlycam. Netlycam is much wider, so it's picking up more colours. Even ferry cam. Yeah, on the edge of ferry cam there. Anyway, I hope you've been listening to the radio. It just came on there. MSC Preziosa is ready to depart. In fact, she's singling up. I think she's off any second now, leaving bang on time, as it were. She is off to Hamburg on a 7-day one-way trip from Southampton. Prices starting at around £400. She calls it Le Havre in France, and then Bruges in Belgium, then all the way up to Copenhagen in Denmark, then Oslo in Norway, and then eventually arrives in Hamburg. You'll probably see her on the Hamburg Happen YouTube live channel with old Patrick there. Right, I was doing something, wasn't I? What was I doing? Oh, I remember now. Yep. Let me just a small microphone issue. Microphone had blown away. Just let me reconnect the outside microphone. I've reconnected it physically, and now I need to reconnect it softwarily. Is that an expression? Softwarely? I need to reconnect it in software. That's what I'm going for. The MSC Preziosa, she's been away in Brazil for the winter months, and now she's returned to port. Came back here just the other day. Today. This is her first time in port after being in South America for a while. Right, I'm sorry, I'm distracting myself. I'm thinking about connecting the microphone, and there we go. Yeah, just connecting up the outside microphone. Marvellous. Yeah, it's all right. Just only just got back into port, so let's turn that off. So yeah, okay, right, that's all working. No. The trouble with these software, so many buttons to push. Right, that's our microphones on. That's the important part, right? Okay, so she's radiated with what is she radiating with? 3,457 passengers. Now, according to my information here, that's pretty much full double occupancy. Full double occupancy is 3,502. So she's a few people shy of maximum double occupancy, and a crew of 1280. That's about 100 short of maximum double occupancy. You may have heard on the radio that Presiosa is at 102 berths, so she's up here. She's facing the wrong way. In fact, I did notice there's a new Grande Michigan. I've not seen this one before. It's got some interesting graphics on the front. I might see if I can get and drone her. It's a car carrying ship. Anyway, distracted myself again. So the MSC is heading back here, so she'll reverse here, do a spin in the middle swing ground, and then head on out. So we should see her on screen for a long time. And I did notice, where is it gone? If I go back to box cam, I did notice, you can't quite see it because the camera's pointing into the sky, but if we go head down a bit, I did notice there's a few people, there you go, there's a few people down there in Mayflower Park, just in the corner there. They should have a good view, and especially as she spins, you'll get a long time being able to look at her, take some photos, and you might get some really nice photos with the reflections of the sunset. That's a good point. What is the weather like out there? It's been a lovely weekend. I hope you've all had a good weekend, been able to get out. I think it's like the first decently warm, sunny weekend we've had for a while. Currently, we're at 13 centigrade, 51% humidity, visibility 40 nautical miles. Excellent. And a very gentle breeze, gusting to around about 8 knots. Currently, very calm indeed. That's giving us some lovely smooth waters out there. Yes, it looks very calm, doesn't it, out there? There's Netly Cam. There you go, Netly Cam. Oh, yes. That's really stunning on Netly Cam. Be a lovely day for a sail away. Right, where was I? What was I doing now? I've gone through the passenger numbers. We know where she's going. Let's have a look, see which shipmates do we have. Do you need the cap? Oh, might be the...
MSC Preziosa, Southampton, busiest, that's all received. Just got Red Osprey approaching Mains Lake inbound. Over.
Roger, thank you.
It's funny, sometimes I can't pick them up, the ships, when they're just at 100 berth, and yet they're hardly any distance from me whatsoever. We got the chat. Hi there, shipmate Thomas. Hi there, Chris Howard. Hi there, Simon Doyle. He'll be our fellow cruise mate Simon Doyle. He'll be probably off on a cruise very shortly. He's very ready to see me in port. Old Simon. Hi there, shipmate Catherine Alicia. Hi there, Spike. Hi there, Anne Savage. Hi there, Carol Finnis. And hi there, Jill Marsh. Yeah, I wouldn't normally sort of broadcast this time of day, but I've been out busy the weekend. I thought I would come in, but it is looking stunning. What if I zoom in? I wonder if what will happen if I zoom in on that sunset over the cranes. Sometimes the camera doesn't like the extreme bright lights. Yeah, it's not really helping much, is it? Yeah, that's a pretty sunset. I think you'd be very pleased with that if you were departing this evening. Oh, there should be. You said, "Oh, Reese still cruise mad." Oh, well, speaking of that, we have got some potentials for our new group. Oh, look, cruise ships on the move. We've got potential for our new group cruise. These dates aren't 100% yet, but if you are interested, you scan the QR code and then put your name down, and then we'll let you know when we've actually got some proper dates. I think Paul's just waiting for the companies to come back and give us some information about exactly what works. And then the big tent that's in Mayflower Park, that is the Circus Extreme. Right, I did have some advertisements here. So here's a cruise on MSC Preziosa, in case you're wondering. This is a return for in November this year. So, like I say, Preziosa was in the South America, based out of Rio de Janeiro and Santos for quite a while. And now she's going to be based, so she's here for a day. In fact, this is it. She's one cruise from Southampton. That's it. This one. And then she's heading off to Hamburg. Then she's based out of Hamburg for most of the summer. And then she's doing that sort of European rotation that quite a few of the ships do, where they call in at Rotterdam, Le Havre, Southampton, Hamburg, Rotterdam, Le Havre. You know, that sort of European rotation. So she's into that in the winter. And this is one of those cruises. So if you're interested, November of this year, from $470 per person, no drinks, or balcony and drinks package. That's not bad. That's good value. November. And that calls in at Hamburg, Zeebrugge, Bruges, Rotterdam, Le Havre, and then back to the port of Southampton. Right, I need to stop thinking about booking cruises and concentrate on the ships. I know Paul and I were discussing earlier a few things. Again, this is... Oh, yes, that's right. He was telling me this is for sort of family-orientated cruises. 14 nights in July of this year. I'm guessing that's during the school holidays. So that's sort of an advantage, isn't it? 14 nights on board. Calls it La Coruna. Cadiz, Malaga, Alicante, Ibiza, Tarragona, Gibraltar, Lisbon, and then back to the Port of Southampton. That's from 4,482, interior, no drinks, or balcony with drinks package, 5,462. Well, Chef Books, is the outside mic working? Yes, well, I hope it is. I still actually haven't put my replacement mic, my proper bird-proof replacement, bird and wind-proof mic up just yet. Every time I've had some free time, it's been sillily windy. But should... Yeah, that's the... Sounds pretty good to me. Although I don't suspect that MSC... Well, she may make some noise. Well, maybe we'll hope that she makes some noises for us. She's heading down to the middle swing ground. Here's a cruise, transatlantic. And now Paul from Love Cruise knows I'm a sucker for transatlantic. When's this? For November 27. Southampton. It's 14 nights on board. Leaves Southampton. Calls it Le Havre in France. 3 days at sea. Ponta Delgado in the Azores. 5 days at sea. St. John's in St. Kitts. Kingston. Bridgetown. Port de France.
VTS Raid Osprey Northwest Deadly in.
Red Osprey, Southampton VTS, you can continue at speed with caution. MSC Preziosa has departed 102 berth and will be swinging in the middle swinging ground. Over.
Roger, copy that, thank you.
Flights and hotels not included in this one, but from $8.19 per person, with no drinks for an interior, all the way up to a balcony with drinks package, just over £1,100 per person. Oh, I think I'd quite enjoy that, although I don't know how much a flight would be back from Fort de France. Let's say it's another £200 or £300 on top, I'd imagine. Correct me if I'm wrong. For some reason I'm still having some issues with software. It updated a while ago and it's been less than a premium experience since it updated. Have to sort that out. Well, shipmate Barbara, how's weather in Switzerland? It's another school holiday special here from Paul, and this one he's actually, interestingly, he's done 2 of these. He was telling me this one is for a premium balcony with the drinks and Wi-Fi package. It's also available on an interest-free credit. Works out at £43 per week, and that's a 7-nighter, calling it Le Havre, Zeebrugge, Bruges and Rotterdam. All these are, of course, available from Solent Ships voyages. And then, so that is 2,366 for a family of 4 inside deluxe. Whereas if you have the balcony with the wife drinks and the Wi-Fi package, it's 3,868, but both available on a 0% interest free. Ah, Jeff, that's quite interesting. That's for school holidays for not even next year, it's the year after, so 2 years away. Or the shipmate Pat Lockett. There we go. Here she comes, reversing into the middle swing round. The MSC Preziosa was built in 2013. Makes her 13 years old.
Southampton VTS, training ship royalist. VTS royalist, many thanks, we're on the consent now. Just letting you know our intentions. We're about to weigh anchor just east of Browndown Railroad Mark at the moment. On completion of weighing anchor, we're going to proceed back towards Portsmouth, just the main channel at OSB 31 POB Max Jack 3.2.
Shipmate Barbara is over there in Switzerland. No, she's got rain, sun, and 18 seats. Actually, that sounds very similar to our sort of weather here, although we've managed to avoid the rain. Yes, MSC Preziosa, that's 2013. She's 13 years old.
Yes, Royalist, yes, sir, that's all.
Got a top speed of 23 knots, 43 kilometres an hour for you continental types, all at 26 miles an hour in the King's units. 140,000 gross tonnes. I'll put her in the category of
Yes, Royalist, yes, sir, that's received on the...
small, large ship. Like I said, she's roughly running this evening at maximum double occupancy. Last refurbished in 2025, so should all be spick and span on board. Now, it's just a number of sister ships, which I don't think we've seen any of these sister ships in port. That's the MSC Divina, the MSC Fantasia, and the MSC Splendida. I don't think we've had any of those. We may have had the Splendida, because that name sounds familiar, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Well, shipmate Pat Lockett. Shipmate Barbara says typical weather for April. It is, isn't it? It sounds very similar to our weather here. Although this week, I believe it's going to be quite good in port. We'll have some sunny days. I shall be based in port myself all this week, apart from Wednesday, where I'm off on a ship visit. I'm off on a ship visit to Portsmouth, no less, to have a look at the Ambassador Ambition. If none of these cruise deals particularly interest you, just give Paul at Solent Ships Voyages a call, and he'll direct you to something that's more appropriate. Getting a lovely swing on here from MSC. And I did want it, getting that sort of reflection down the windows, aren't we, of that sunset. Yes, look at that. I bet those people in Mayflower Park are getting some really good shots of that. Excellent spanner, Hades. Oh no, his iron horse has gone lame. Oh no, shipmate. He's having increasing problems with his iron horse. I think it may be time to put that one down. Put it out to pasture. Get yourself a new steed. Look at that water though. Absolutely flat as a pancake. Shipmate Suckers Very Enthusiastic. Will I be streaming Ambitious Departure? No, because I'll be having the ship visit, and then afterwards I've been invited up the Spinnaker Tower for an Ambassador launch party. So, no. No is the answer to that one. Apparently they're going to be lighting the Spinnaker Tower up purple in Ambassador's colours. Well, the shipmate Harding David says, he'll be coming from southwest France for the MSC on the 9th of May. There we go. You can see the MSC Preziosa spinning around down there at the edge of Mayflower Park.
Jet 6 Southampton busiest has all received traffic information. The MSC Preziosa, Dibden Bay, swinging in the middle, swinging ground, outbound. Over.
Dibden Bay. I mean, I guess that's correct, but it's not. I don't think I've heard them call it Dibden Bay before. You can see right through the wing bridge there. You can see one of the officers standing on the edge of the wing bridge, keeping an eye on manoeuvres, silhouetted against the sky there. Julie Walker says so. She booked a cruise last week after coming off Arvia with Paul, and he made the process so much easier for me. I'm going on Arcadia for 5 nights on the 20th of May. Oh, excellent. I wonder if that's your first time on Arcadia. Yes, Paul's an excellent travel agent. He's now working for Solent Ships Voyages. We're partnering up here. I tell you where they're going, properly and correctly, and Paul will make sure they go where they're supposed to go. Keith says, when are you on duty next? Monday. I know on duty Monday, although I did notice the times are different than I imagined. But I can see why. At 6 o'clock on Monday, we've got the MSC Preziosa departing, so another MSC ship. Then at 8:30, we have the Ada Perla. So 8:30 will be sort of around this time of day. And I think that's perfect, because the Ada Perla will all be lit up with brightly coloured LEDs flashing and whizzing around. Hopefully, let's check the weather forecast. That'll be a decent weather day. I'm not sure if the weather will be like tomorrow. If the weather's similar to this, we could have absolutely smashing sunset and a glittery, sparkly cruise ship departing at the same time. What more could you want? Lovely illuminated sign up there. I wonder if there's anybody up on deck. Probably this time of the evening. It's the sort of time of the evening where everyone's down at the buffet in the restaurant, just coming out of the entertainment, heading in towards the entertainment. There's a few people up on deck. Got a few shipmates up there. Shipmate Judy Walker says, first time in Arcadia. Well, I hope you'll enjoy it. I've heard lots of good things about Arcadia. Definitely a favourite amongst the shipmates here. Well, this shipmate and somebody always moved a bit jumpy. Yes, this software updated a couple of weeks ago. And for some reason, it's not working as well as it used to. I'm waiting basically for another update to try and smooth it out. I don't quite know where the problem is. I've had this happen before, and I remember I couldn't do anything about it. It just seemed to be jumpy, and then about 2 or 3 weeks later, there was another update came through, and it fixed itself. The world of software updates. It's a treacherous one, I tell you. I did try dry running it the other day, and it seemed to be fine. Don't know if it's an issue with the. I'll need to investigate a bit further. I think sometimes there's a problem with the network somewhere as well. Beautiful colours though on this sunset departure for MSC Preziosa. Like I say, she's heading off to Hamburg, and then she'll be based out of Hamburg for the summer. Then, come the autumn, she's doing the sort of round-robin Southampton, Hamburg, Le Havre, Rotterdam. Looks like she's doing that all the way until...
BTS MSC Preziosa, Pierhead.
MSC Preziosa, Southampton VTS, all received. Just got the Red Jet 6 approaching North Thorn inbound. Over.
Thanks, Sean.
Because she'll be doing the round robin through the winter until summer next year, where she'll be based back in Hamburg again. And she's doing what she's doing then, off field trips based out of Hamburg. Actually, Pat, like I said, not another update. I know there's so many bits of software that have updates, but at the moment, I think this is being caused by the broadcasting software, which is very good, but occasionally when it updates, it's not so good. I just noticed it's looking rather smashing down here on Netley. Well, should we add something? Yes, no, I wasn't sure if it's you. No, it's not you, shipmate. It's like I have some gremlins crawling around my computer somewhere. Ferry terminal's a bit quiet. Red Falcon is currently in dock being worked on. I think she's having our Voigt Schneider drive replaced. So I think she's out of action for a few days. I think that's right. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day. I've been out and about doing a few things, been out enjoying some good weather. Noticing the bluebells are popping out in the woodlands around Hampshire. Some of the best bluebells in the whole of the UK in the woods can be spotted here in Hampshire. There are some woods near Winchester which reputedly have the best displays of bluebells. I can confirm they're out.
Oh, they just had them through the post now.
Let's see if I'm browsing around, trying to see if I can do something. No, that's not helping. I think I've discovered which bit of software is causing me problems. It's actually the bit of software that's driving the camera around. Ah, there we go. That was a worthwhile couple of minutes there looking at the software. Honestly, you would not believe how much hassle I have with softwares. So many bits of software everywhere. Do you know what? I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to get another device. There we go. There's the red funnels there. Well, only 2 red funnels in operation at the moment. Well, the Shepherd book was there? No, there was no stream yesterday. I wouldn't get back in time. Yeah, this works better. Okay, I think it's the software that moves the camera around is also having some issues. Yeah, because I've just turned that off. I'm using my phone to control it now, and that's made a massive difference. Okay, I shall need to investigate that further. Well, Shepherd book here. 17 minutes of magic hour left, so the Ada Perla will be departing about this time tomorrow. And it is looking gorgeous out there. Shipmate Elizabeth Leopold says, she said the blossom trees are lovely. Yeah, that's right. There was good blossom out there. No wind and rain to ruin them. Very true indeed. I thought I saw a flag. No, I think it's just a reflection on one of the cabin windows. That's a shame. Yes, just a reflection. Well, shipmate Andrew Hodgkins, will I be streaming Virtuosa tomorrow? I will indeed. Virtuosa and Ada Perla. Is it Ada Perla tomorrow? Pretty sure it's Ada Perla. It's like over in Cowes. Oh yeah, a bit of a sunset over there in Cowes. Oh, even the Solent's looking calm. Well, no, the wind has dropped. It's coming from the northeast. Unusual direction for the wind. Probably why it felt a bit chilly out in the sun today. It was that cold northeasterly wind. We've got MSC Preziosa heading past the Ocean Terminal 46 berth. Well, shipmate Andrew Francis asking, is the itching cam back on? Not yet, shipmate. Itching cam needs a new cable. I bought a cable and I got the wrong size delivered, and I bought a second cable.
Red Eagle, Southampton VTS, apologies. There was communications in the eastern Solent. Red Eagle, Southampton VTS.
Yeah, I bought a second cable and I don't think it's working.
Red Eagle, Southampton VTS, all received. Traffic information, the MSC Preziosa, approaching the Gimp Buoy outbound clear channel vessel. Over.
So I'm going to have to go back. But the club's only open on Wednesday and I should be down with Ambition on Wednesday. So I need another cable. So it's just one of those things. I don't have access. I can only get in when there's people at the club, which is once a week. And if I'm not available that once a week, it means I can't get things done, which is rather unfortunate. Yeah, give you some sample pricing on some cruises here. Paul from Solent Ships just happily put some pricing in for with drinks and without drinks. He's gone from like the cheapest you can get to a balcony with a window with a drinks package. I think it's quite good. Gives you an idea of the scale of pricing. Well, shipmate Animal Days, are you live Tuesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday? It should be live Tuesday and Friday, but not Thursday. There's no ships on Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday, yes. Planning on working from home this week, so hopefully can be around a bit more. Trouble is when you have a sort of like a 4 or 5 o'clock departure, I often don't get back in time. Holy shipmate Gordon Shuffles is asking what time does the Red Funnel ferries run till? I think it's about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, depending on which way they're going. I know, shipmates Iron Hades, excellent blue spanner Hades, his Iron Horse has got a dead starter motor. Are you having a run of rotten luck with your steed at the moment, aren't you, shipmate? There you go. You could just see Virtuosa at the bottom of the screen there, in the right-hand corner. Oh, what's happened here? No, don't do that. What's going on? There we go. Sorry, my app has trouble with the phone apps. They do cause my computer to overload, but they do require the most delicate of touch with my fat fingers. It's not always a possibility. There we go. Basically, Netley Cam here is looking right into the setting sun, which is why it's so extreme. And when it was zoomed out, you can
VTS Red Jet 6 passing northwest Netley inbound. Permission to continue speed with caution to the outbound MSC Preziosa.
Red Jet 6, Southampton VTS, answer yes with caution. Over.
Thank you.
I shall carry on following as she heads down Southampton water. Don't know if you're interested in travelling on the MSC. I travelled on the MSC Euribia last year or the year before. No, it's probably 2 years ago now. Although it was on one of those sort of round Europe trips where it was calling in at Rotterdam, Bruges, Amsterdam. No, it wasn't Amsterdam. Rotterdam, Bruges, Hamburg, and Le Havre, I think. One of those sorts of round cruises. I would say the only disadvantage was that all the announcements were in 5, 6, 7 different languages. It's one of the red jets coming in. Yeah, so that's as a transatlantic on MSC Meraviglia, which is one of the ones we're looking at doing for our group cruise. Very tempted by that. I don't know what the price
BTS,
price
MSC
is.
Preziosa, Western Shaft.
MSC Preziosa, BTS all received, no reported inbound traffic.
Thank you.
And then here's some pricings with potential for paying by instalments. Fairly busy week this week in port. It feels suddenly gone from being dark, dingy, wintry, hardly any traffic on the water at all. All of a sudden, it's bright, sunny, great sunsets, and loads and loads of ships, which is exactly what we want. So tomorrow we have 2 departures: the MSC Preziosa at 6, and the Ada Perla at 8:30, which should be very pretty. Well, the shipmate Andrew Hodgkins says tomorrow we'll be going to Portugal and the Canaries tomorrow. Oh, off Portugal Canaries. I wonder if you're going by cruise. Then on Tuesday, the Aurora is departing. Wednesday, Borealis. Nothing on Thursday. And then Friday, we're having a fantastic Friday. 3 cruise ships departing on Friday. The Britannia, the Aurora, and the Queen Victoria. All 3 are due to depart at 4 o'clock on the dot, which I'm not sure that will quite happen that way, but at least that's they're aiming for it. So let's try to think what would happen. We've got Aurora. Ideally, Aurora is further up in port. Maybe she will go first, past Britannia. Then they might honk their horns. I don't know if Queen Victoria might honk the horns. I mean, essentially they're all owned by the same company, but not necessarily the same line, are they? Cunard obviously being Queen Victoria. Anyway, so that's a busy Friday. And then bizarrely, Saturday, just have the 2, the Iona and the Sky Princess. Sunday are just Avia. Nothing on Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday next week, Majestic Princess is back. And then probably the one which I think has our most opportunity for some good haulage is Thursday, the week after next, and that will be Queen Anne and Queen Mary too. So hopefully they will pass each other, and the queens do like to honk a lot, especially when they're passing each other. It'll be Queenie fantastic. Yeah, some lovely hues. You need, for a good sunset, you need some clouds. If it's just a clear sky, you don't get the colour and the combinations. You need a bit of cloud. And as you can see, the actual sunset itself, which is why you get such a good view on Netlycam, because essentially Netlycam's just looking right into that sunset that's very right-hand corner of the screen. So it looks more impressive on Netlycam because the zoom lens makes it squishes all the sunset.
BTS Red Osprey shifting from Royal Pier to Town Quay. Next crew will be 2300 for the midnight sailing.
Red Osprey VTS, that's all received. You have permission to proceed. Over.
Thank you.
Yeah, the zoom lens manages to squeeze it all into the image. Shipmate Mike Hansen imagine being on board saying that, yes, definitely, if you were on the starboard side, looking back towards the container terminal, you'd have a great view of that sunset. Hopefully not too cold. Yep, so that's the up-and-coming cruise live streams for next week or so. I shall also be heading down to Portsmouth on Wednesday for having a little jolly on board with Paul, on board ambassador. case you're wondering what's on board the MSC Preziosa, there are a number of restaurants. I must say, some of the websites from the cruise companies are excellent at providing information, and others really are quite poor. They're quite interested in selling you things and telling you what's available for cruises, but don't really seem to tell you much about the ship. I'm going to say that MSC falls into that category. Their description of the restaurants just consists of the name of the restaurant, which seems a bit of a shortfall to me. But anyway, let's see if we can work out what the restaurants on board might be. There is the Butcher's Cut restaurant, which I imagine is a steak restaurant. La Palmeria, which sounds to me like a French restaurant. I can't even read the name of this one because it's difficult to read over the graphic behind it, but La Albaresque Panoramic Restaurant. The Golden Lobster, it's got to be seafood. Galaxy Kato, imagining that's Asian. Inca Maya, South American, Mexican? Don't know. Quite a number of bars on board as well. Got Turquoise Bar, which I think is the pool bar. Makes sense with a name like that. The Millennium Star Casino Bar. I think we all know where that one is. Sports Bar. La Conda. Safari Lounge. Looks like it's got some zebra wallpaper or something. The Presiosa Bar. The Diamond Bar and Library. Il Cappuccino. The Green Sax Jazz Bar. El Dorado Piano Bar. The Galaxy Lounge. I think, is that the Galaxy? Is that the one? Oh, no, I think it's Top Sail Lounge is the one I like. That's like the crow's nest. It's, in fact, I think it's right at that. If you can see in the centre of our screen, in front of the chimney, there's a bit of a pod, and there's got a big black windows all the way around it. I think that's the Top Sail Lounge, I think. Or Top Sail Lounge might be actually at the front of the MSC Club. Might be the front of the MSC Club. The Yacht Club. They have a Yacht Club, which I can't say I particularly enjoy. I've never tried it personally. It's an added expense onto your cruise. But it means that the sort of front third of the ship is all occupied by the haven.
BTS Bargate.
Bargate, BTS.
BTS Bargate, good evening to you. About a breakaway from 37 round for the sailing up the morning car.
Bargate, BTS received, thank you.
BTS, Eleanor, likewise as well. Just stood by on 44 waiting for the pilot.
Eleanor, BTS received, thank you.
If you're interested in some Eleanor Tugby merchandise, it's now available in the shop. I've got some various hoodies, t-shirts, bag, and even a mug, I think, Eleanor Tugby on it. Well, shipmate Mike Henson says 27 days before we go on our journey. Cannot wait. 27 days will be going past in a flash, shipmate.
Yes, morning, Cara.
She's one of the railroads in port.
Morning, Cara, BTS.
BTS, morning, Cara. Good evening to you. Starboard side 2, 44. Draft is 10 metres exactly. 22 plus me, and she's off to Huangpu in China. Should be good to go on time. I'll give you a call when we single up.
There she is. There's morning, Cara. She's a Roro.
Morning, Cara, Southampton VCS. That's all received. There's no planned passes. Over.
Copy, thank you.
Apparently she's off to Wangpo or something. In China. Probably picking up some more BYDs and JQs and all those mystery Chinese vehicles that we've never heard of before that seem to be flooding our streets. Well, shipmate, Lady of Wine, 69, says thank you for a lovely stream. It's a great username. Lady of Wine. In fact, yesterday I was out and about. I went to the Black Chalk Vineyard in Hampshire, not far from Andover. They make their own sparkling wines there. I had a sample, a little flight of 3 different ones to try. There was a Cuvée, 100% Chardonnay, and a pink one. It wasn't really pink, it just had slight blush to it. It was very interesting. I've never tried one of them before. It had a real tartness like an unripe strawberry. It's very good. Shipmate Spices. Oh yeah, MG as well. Yeah, probably some MGs. Some MGs. I like the MG sports car. It's called like a Cybster or something, or a Sportster or something like that. I think that looks pretty impressive. We're not looking to the sunset anymore. Is it still sunsetting? Oh yes. Oh, it's turning out quite a good one. You can see, it looks like you can see the moon on ferry cam. There is the circus there, the bottom right hand corner. What does shipmate Trevor Slaughter? Oh, he's gone no one. He says I've just got an Omoda 5 from China in March. How are you finding it, shipmates? I see them outside here and there, and they look pretty impressive, but I've never driven one. Well, the shipmate Keith Thorpe says, oh, first time on MSC, 30th of May, Lisa and Keith only done P&O cruises before. Well, I think you'll enjoy it, shipmate. I certainly enjoyed the entertainment on board. The food was good, although amusingly, I do remember in the restaurant when we went down there, the portions of food, I wouldn't say they were small. I thought they were okay, but they were definitely on the sort of smaller side. But I think when you're on a cruise ship for a week, too many large portions, and I'll be rolling off the ship by the end of my cruise. So I was quite happy with the smaller portions, but apparently some people complain. So depending on your nationality, they gave you a different extra in the centre of the table to go with your food. So if you were Asian, they gave you some rice. I think if you were sort of European, Italian, they gave you some vegetables. But if you're British, they gave you a big plate of chips. Very calm water out there.
PTS, Red Osprey, that's us all fast Town Quay Seaburst. Next crew in, 2300 for the midnight sailing. Thank you very much, good night.
Red Osprey BTS, all received. Thank you.
Trevor Slaughter there with the Omada 5 says it's a lovely car to drive. Well, it's good to hear, shipmate. I think they're impressive. I'm curious to know how the spare parts will work out going forward into the future, but who knows? As long as it's working at the moment. It's Bike, it's the Cybster. It was the Cybster. It's full EV with gull-wing doors. I think that looks really good. It's not quite as sporty as I've been reading some reviews on it. They sort of criticised it for not being a truly sporty car, but I think it's meant to be more of a sort of a roadster than a real, true, out-and-out sports car. A MSC Preziosa now passing the Fawley terminal.
Islander VTS. Islander VTS, it's all received. There's no reported inbound traffic from the east. Over. Islander VTS, correction, no reported inbound traffic from the west. Over.
No inbound traffic from the east or the west. Looks like there's still a lot of yachts out there. I'm not sure that's accurate. So it looks like there's a lot of yachts out in the Solent, but I'm not entirely sure what's accurate on there at the moment. Maybe it is. The same with Shell, she's heading into Portsmouth. Islanders heading over to the islands. Shipmates, that's excellent span ahead. Oh yes, it was perfect weather today for the Voigt Schneider propeller swap on the Falcon. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Not too hot, not too cold, and most importantly, not very windy. Excellent spanner Hades was explained to me the process where they have to cut open the deck and then lower in the drive unit and then bolt in, unbolt another deck and then lower. That is all sounds like really quite the operation. The Voigt Schneider drive is the propulsion system that the ferry uses, which is unlike your conventional propellers. It is more of a blade orientated. See if I can find a picture to show. There we go. This is a good picture. This is not the red funnel ferry, but this gives you an idea of what the Schneider drive is like. So it's a element that spins around. So this whole unit spins, and these blades that point down in essentially, the best way to describe it, they essentially row it through the water. It's a really interesting way of working. I don't know how efficient it is. It's used a lot in ferries and vehicles that need to move in all directions. I think some sort of tugs and those sort of vessels use it. If you had a propeller, it sort of stuck. Azipods would probably be the modern equivalent. So I think this may predate electric azipods. I think that's why they exist. I did see an animation of it earlier, which I thought was quite good. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here it is. As it is interesting to see how it actually articulates. Believe it or not, this is what goes on underneath the red funnel ferry. So at some point you can put it into neutral where it's still spinning around but it's not generating thrust, or you can move some levers and it will move the thrust into different directions. Let me show you. There. So those red objects is like you're looking above, down onto the propeller. So you're looking down to the seabed, and those red objects are the blades, the wings that come down. If you can see, they sort of work in a sort of paddling motion, don't they? They sort of paddle the blade around, causing thrust. So there's very little thrust. So in this diagram, there's very little thrust going to the sides. Most of the thrust is north and south. So it generates thrust all the way around, and then particularly at one point gives it a good, jolly good swish. A very interesting and unique drive system, I think you'll agree. Well, did shipmate Elizabeth Lee board? No, I have not. In case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting live direct to the Port of Southampton. I'm here 51 minutes in the broadcast, and excellent shipmate Elizabeth Leaborn has reminded me that I forgot to press the banner. There we go, just in time. Hoi there, Kex. Good Abend. Good Nacht at this rate. Last time I was in Hamburg, I was talking to Patrick from Hamburg Hafen.
BTS, morning Cara. Singling up on 44 now, with your permission, underway in about 5 minutes.
Morning, Cara, VTS. Yes, you have permission to depart 44 berth. Traffic information read Eagle Hook Boy inbound. Over.
Copy, thank you.
And Patrick from Hamburg Hafen was actually going to the Voigt Schneider factory to have a look at the drive processes, the drives being made. I'm sure, I think he has a video on his channel all about it. I'd like to get over there and have a look myself. she is, just about hiding behind Cowshot Spit. And in case, there you go, there's the morning Clara, was it? I think it's morning Clara. Yeah, morning Cara, not Clara. Morning Cara, she's just about to make her way off to
BTS,
China.
Red Eagle, hooking.
Red Eagle Southampton VTS received. After the MSC Preziosa, the morning Cara is departing 44 berth, starboard side to Quay. Over.
All copy, thank you.
I think we've seen the best of the sunset. The broadcast was timed absolutely perfectly. Yes, it is fading rapidly now. Not much available to see. Well, the shipmate Shepherd Book said so much for my choice of forgetting to do his banner. I don't think the captain's forgotten his banner. I mean, I'm not saying it's not unlikely.
Southampton VTS, Monte Michel.
Monster Michelle, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I've forgotten completely. I'm not saying that I haven't. But I normally do remember. I think I do remember once signing off at the end of a broadcast for about 2.5 hours and then came back on just to put the banner up. So I think that's probably the closest I've got, unless I have completely, totally forgotten. Couple of tugs helping the morning Cara, the Svitzer Eleanor and the Svitzer Bargate. Both there in port. Looks like she's already started to move away at the stern there. There she is, the morning Cara. Shipmate packed luggage. She remembers that. I think she's talking about when I signed off the broadcast, and then I think actually one of the shipmates reminded me that I hadn't done my banner. I came back on, did the banner. Yep, that. Yes, I should try and sort out a more effective method of doing these things, shouldn't I? I should have a routine. Yes, it suddenly has got quite dark all of a sudden. Well, shipmate Cyber Door says, very nice broadcast and lovely pics. Thanks, shipmate. Yeah, it's been some lovely colours this evening. I think this week we might be in for lots of colourful broadcasts, so I shall try and do as many as I can. Oh, yeah, now shipmate Spike says, remember to hit the thumbs up. That'd be really good. I wonder if you haven't subscribed, please also do subscribe. Helps broadcast the word, gets the name, the Solent Ships around YouTube a bit more, and other shipmates will find out about it. And if you have subscribed, many thanks indeed. And if you are a supporter of the channel, a PayPal member, a Patreon, many thanks for your continued support. And of course, most of all, thanks to the Blue Spanner crew. Now, I need to head down to the galley, otherwise I'm going to be really hungry. I shall continue following the MSC Preziosa as she heads down around Cowshot Spit. It's starting to get a bit dark, isn't it? And I wish you back Monday. Let me have a quick just remind you what's coming up. Quite a busy week. So we've got the 2 on Monday, the Virtuosa and the Ada Perla. Virtuosa at 6, Ada Perla at 8:30, and that should be dark. It'll be flashing lights. That'll look really good. Then Tuesday we have Aurora. Wednesday we have Borealis, but I'm going to be at a ship visit, so I can't cover that one. But the stream cameras will be streaming all the time anyway. And the Queen Victoria, the Britannia and the Aurora all on Friday. So that's 3 ships on Friday. 2 on Saturday, Iona and Sky Princess. 1 on Sunday, the Avia. And of course, if I haven't done already, many thanks to Blue Spanner crew for looking after this chap. Not necessarily in this live stream, but all the others.
Sam below, VTS.
With that, to our next type shipmates.
6-1. Maximum draft 6.06 meters. Crew members on board 9-5. Passenger on board 4-5-2. No hazardous cargo on board. Samalo will proceed by main channel tonight. West.
Samalo, Southampton, VTS, that's all received. Traffic information. So you can see the Mont Saint-Michel, the Outer Spitboy inbound, to be followed in by training ship Royalist. There is a flat home that's doing survey work at the top of the Deepwater Channel. Over.
Southampton VTS, Samalo, that's all received for the traffic. Thank you.
Look out for the main channel.
MSC Preziosa, Southampton VTS, that's all received. There's currently no reported inbound traffic. Over.
Southampton VTS, this is Red Jet 6. Good evening, shortly departing Town Quay.
Roger 6 Southampton VTS received traffic information at the morning Cara departing 44 berth at starboard side of the quay. Red Eagle Catalan Boy inbound. The dockhead tide gauge is currently showing. Dockhead tide gauge currently showing 2.23 and flooding. Over.
VTS 6, that's received. Jet case will be outside the reds to keep clear of the outbound traffic.
That's all received, thank you. You have permission to depart Town Quay.
Thank you.
PTS, Richard 6.
Richard 6 PTS.
Yes, I just change your plans. We're going to slowly proceed ahead by following the dock wall, leaving the airbound cargo to starboard.
Richard 6 PTS, that's all received, thank you.
Southampton VTS, Samaro passing through the ports, outbound.
Samlo VTS, that's all received, thank you.
Yes, boarding Cara. All swung, out past the ocean dock.
Morning, Cara, Southampton VTS, all received. Just got the Red Eagle, Northwest Netting inbound. No further reported inbound traffic. Over.
Copy, thank you. Break, Red Eagle, morning Cara.
Morning, Cara, Red Eagle, evening.
Yeah, see you just altered starboard there. Yeah, I'll see you red to red. I'll push over towards the south side. Thanks.
All copied, red to red. Break, VTS, Red Eagle, as you say, Northwest Netley in.
Northwest, Red Eagle, Southampton VTS, that's received. You can continue at speed with caution. Over.
All copied, thank you very much.
BTS, the Eleanor.
Eleanor VTS.
Yeah, evening, all done with the morning Cara, and we're going to go down to 203 and stand by for the hours of fat. So our next job, sailing.
Eleanor VTS received, thank you.
Morning, Cara. Ready, go. Thanks for this.
Morning, Cara. Yeah, you're very welcome, sir. Have a good evening.
BTS Bargate.
Okay, VTS.
BTS Bargate, good evening. We'll finish with the morning Cara. Back to 37.
Okay, VTS, that's all received. Just got a Red Eagle passing 38, berth inbound. Over.
BTS Bargate or receive, thank you.
VTS, morning Cara, Western Shelf out.
Morning, Cara. Southampton VTS, all received. There's no reported inbound traffic. Over.
St Clair, MSC Preziosa, evening. Yeah, that's fine. We've got pretty good speed here with the tide behind us, but as long as we've got at least a mile bow crossing, that's fine. Thanks for the call.
Red Jet 6 Southampton BTS, that is all received. Traffic information. The morning Cara approaching the 40 deep buoy outbound to the east is not a clear channel vessel. Over. MSC Preziosa Santa BTS, that's all received. There is one small fishing vessel just south of the Warner buoy, and the Flatsome still surveying in the Deepwater Channel, currently just to the southeast of the Nap Tower. Over.
VTS, morning Cara, Hookboy out, main channel to the east.
Morning, Cara. VTS all received. There's no reported inbound traffic. Over.
Copy, thank you.
VTS, Redshirt 6, passing northwest Netley, permission to maintain a speed, please.
Redshirt 6, VTS, yes, clear to proceed, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Arrow VTS, good evening. Arrow, Southampton VTS. That's all received, thank you.
VTS, Red Eagle, shortly away from Royal Pier down to Kells, please.
Red Eagle VTS, traffic information, Red Jet 6, dock heading.
All copied, thank you very much.
Arrow VTS. Arrow, Southampton VTS, nothing immediate for you. Reported immediately.